Shalom. Shalom. Ahab wa baraka. You know what? First and foremost, call halal la Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakadash. Collar too. Alright. So, I'm going to pick up where I left off from yesterday. We were in, the great travail before our deliverance. And this class is kind of long, so I wanted to make it into portions. Anyways, let's go ahead and get right into it. Yesterday, I'm going to pick up kind of where we left off. We're going to go back to Revelation chapter 11. And we're going to go back to verse 12. So we're going to start there because I told you this class is the great travail before our deliverance. Now, if you were listening yesterday to the complete class, you know that at the end of the class, towards the end, and they heard, this is Revelation 11 and 12. So, let me, you know what, let me go ahead and, read 7 first. And when they have finished their testimony, the beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them and shall overcome them and kill them. So right now we're coming up to the famine of the Lord. This is all a part of our deliverance. This prophecy is getting ready to be fulfilled. And it's telling you that they're going to kill them. So there's more than one way to kill something. So when you look up the definition of kill, it also says to stop the publication. So to stop publication of. So if they're going to kill the prophets and it's going to be famine of the word, they're going to start taking down the videos more often. Now, if you watch the prophets and elders of Great Millstone, I have noticed this pattern over a few years. That every 6 months, what they'll do is a sweep, and they'll take down a bunch of videos from the elders of GMS. That's why when they talk, they're really just trying to talk in code. They get their whole channel swiped with like 1,000 videos. And they'll do it like systematically, and each time they're always taking out practically the same people. So if those people keep getting taken down, Menach Zakba, Uriam Lab, Elder Apostle Tahar, the main elder of all Israel, Elder Apostle Gabar, Amatwan Abad, all these people, I've seen all of their channels be removed. And there's many more. Those are just the ones that have come to the surface at this moment. So, in verse 7 it says, once we're finished teaching this word, that they're going to kill the prophets. So one way they're going to kill us is by stopping us from being able to bring videos out to you guys on YouTube. That's one of the ways. Now, of course, that there's many others. I'm just going to stick with that one. Now let's jump back up to verse 12, because now after a week, you've already heard, if you watched the class yesterday, I read from 7 to 12. But now we're jumping back to the part where we're going to be delivered. So we're at this point. The reason why I brought out 7 is because that's where we're at right now. We're at the point of they're getting ready to shut us down. That's one of the last prophecies that have to be fulfilled. How do I know? Because when you jump to verse 12, and they heard a great voice from heaven, and they ascended up. I'm sorry. They heard a great voice from heaven saying, come unto them. Let me try again. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. What that saying is that after the famine of the word, and you guys have shut everything down, after a certain period of time, the Most High is going to call upon his children, and we're going to rise up in to the chariots before he destroys you. And you're going to watch us rise up. That's why I always pray, I don't want any of my enemies to die. No, no, no. I don't need you to be at rest. Be at where I want to be, at rest. No, 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 no. I pray for all my enemies to live so that they can see the children of Israel ascend into the kingdom, ascend into the chariots that are going to protect them. And like I said, we're going to get protected, you're going to be destroyed. Verse 13. In that same hour there was a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell, and the 10th part and the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, and the remnant were affrighted, and they gave glory to Yahweh of heaven. Why were they scared? Now listen to this last verse before I get into the class for today. The second woe has passed. World War II has been over. And behold, the third woe cometh quickly. World War II was in the 40s. We're in, like, literally not even 100 years away, and we're coming into that third woe. Now, with all that being said, I told you guys that we were going to be delivered in an instant. So, right here, it says that we're going to ascend up into the clouds. And our enemies are going to behold us. That's one of my favorite verses in the Bible. Revelation chapter 11 and verse 12. But there's even there's a precept to that too. And it's in Isaiah chapter 66 verse 8. Is it 18 again?
According to Bible Study Tools, 18.
Isaiah chapter 66 verse 8. It said 18 again.
According to
8. Hey. Isaiah chapter 16 and verse number 8. Fuck, man.
According to studylight.org, for the field.
Why? Why would it do all that? Because I'm bringing out the truth. And this thing is a www, a 666 World Wide Web. That's why it won't let me bring out the truth. That's why I have to fight this stupid fucking tablet every time I want to bring out some truth. The Berean Standard Bible. What does it say? What does it say in Isaiah 60? Now it's in 16. It wouldn't even give me 66. It gave me Isaiah 16 and 8. It won't do it. It's on purpose. This is by design. To fuck you up so you can't bring out the word. And I apologize for the opprobrious words, but man, I'm out here trying to teach the word, and all I get is this system trying to prevent us from learning. And when are you guys going to listen and wake up and take some notes anyway? When are you going to do something? What does it say in Isaiah 66 and 8? I told you yesterday. I bet you don't even remember. What does it say? The Berean Standard Bible. Let's read it in the King James first. Who hath heard such a thing? Who hath seen such a thing? Shall the earth be made to bring forth in one day? Or shall a nation be born at once? For as soon as Zion travailed, she was brought forth her children. What is it saying, huh? You know why you don't know? Because you don't study. You don't study. Let me show you what it's saying. Let me give you a different breakdown from a different Bible for all the little children that don't study. This is the Berean Standard Bible, Isaiah 66 and 8. Who has heard of such a... Isaiah 66 and 8, Berean Standard Bible. Who has heard of such as this? Who has seen such things? Can a country be born in a day? Ooh. Or a nation be delivered in an instant? Yet, as soon as Zion was in labor, she gave birth to her children. So, labor is travail. Let me break that down for you. Can a country be born in a day? What did it say over here in Revelation 11 and 12? And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither. Now, let's read it again. Can a country be born in a day, or a nation be delivered in an instant? Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. So as soon as we go into travail, as soon as Jacob's trouble fully engulfs us, we're going to be delivered. That means that all the prophecies have been fulfilled. The famine of the word is coming. How are they going to stop us from teaching? To stop the publication of the videos that they're putting out, so you guys can go home and take notes at your leisure. You guys got this so easy right now, you don't even know it. I have to fight just to bring out a class. Let's go to the book of 2nd Esdras. Now we're going to start up. Right, that was where we left off yesterday. Now we're caught back up. Let's go to the book of 2nd Esdras. 2nd Esdras chapter 13, KJV. I'm going to read this to you in the KJV. And you know what? Nah. I got it right here in this book. We're going to go to the GNT. I'm going to read it in KJV. Book opened right up to, I didn't do anything. It just fell right open. It knows what's up. Today is the day. Today is the day. Esdras, 2nd Esdras, chapter 13, starting at verse 29. Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth. It won't give me it. It won't give me 2nd Esdras chapter 13. I just don't understand why it does this. It'll give me a piece of it or a portion, but it won't. It just tries to block me out. This is how I know you guys should be listening. If this tablet won't let me bring up the chapter and verse, don't you think that, man, maybe I should listen to what's going on? Why does it keep stopping him? What is he doing wrong? He's typing it in and it still changes it. When are you guys going to wake up? Wake up! We're almost out of here and you guys are out fucking twerking on top of a damn wing stop. Wake up! Let's go! Behold, the days come when Yahweh will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth. Let's get it in the Good News translation so you guys can understand what it's saying. Because you can't even understand what it means to be delivered. The times are near when Yahweh will begin to free the people on earth. What people is he talking about? Israelites only. Yashar Allah. Israelites only. Israel only. You guys are just out there. Let's keep going. And he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell upon the earth. At that time, everybody will be close to panic. Okay? Everybody's going to be ready to just explode, pop off, not know what to do next. What does Sirach say? What I told you yesterday. What does Sirach say? It says right here in chapter 2. Set thy heart aright, constantly endure. This is Sirach, chapter 2, verse 2. Set thy heart aright, constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Let the Most High deal with it. We're just here to bring forth the prophecies. We're in our sackcloth. We're crying out. Our cries have reached heaven. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Verse 32. No, verse 31. And one shall undertake to fight against another. One city against another. One place against another. One people against another. And one realm against another. So what verse 31 is saying is, they will begin to make war against one another. Everybody's going to be in an uprising. France, they're pulling out guns in their riots now, trying to do that. All the shit all the stuff that they're doing in France, they're pulling out guns. It's no longer a peaceful protest. They're rioting. They're rioting. They are rioting. At that time, everybody shall be close to panic. They will begin to make war against one another, city against city, region against region, nation against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Doesn't that sound familiar? Isn't that the here and now? Aren't we living that real time? We're living that in real time. Verse 32. And the time shall he when these things shall come to pass, and the signs shall happen which, sorry, 2nd Ezra chapter 13 and 32. And the time shall be when these things come to pass, and the signs shall happen which I showed thee before, and then shall my son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man ascending, going back into the kingdom. Ascend. Come up hither. He ascended, we're going to ascend too, just like he did. But what is it really saying? Let me show you what it's saying. So, I'm going to read 31 and 32 again in the GNT. What is it really saying? And they will begin to make war against one another, city against city, region against region, nation against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. When that happens, the signs I told you about earlier will take place, and then I will reveal my son, who you saw as a man out of the sea. So, but the point is that when this happens, the signs I told you about earlier will take place. Wars, rumors of wars, earthquakes in diverse places. You have the MOTB. You have that's the one right there. That's what we're waiting on. As the prophets, like this woman said in a post earlier today, they eat persecution like candy. We don't care. I ain't out here to look pretty for anybody. I don't need a platform. I go out anywhere and teach. I got the 100% truth. I don't need a platform. If you heard me, then the Most High dealt with you. If you didn't hear me, then maybe somebody, I can only pray that you heard somebody else. But if you heard somebody else and they said the same thing as me and you didn't hear me, the Most High ain't dealing with you. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. 33. And when the people hear this voice, every man in their own land shall leave the battle they have that they have one against another. So what are they going to do when they hear these? So, and this is happening right now. This is on a spiritual level right now, because the prophets are out speaking, and we're out on the highways and hedges and we're preaching to the wind. They hate those that rebuke in the gates and speak uprightly. That's happening right now. So these people are conforming against us. The government's trying to make it illegal to make hate speech against the alphabet crew with the rainbow. Think about it. Well, that's what the scriptures are saying. That's hate speech now. That's hate speech. But also, when you say that the small hats, the Amalekites, only my brothers that study know who I'm talking about. But when you say that the Amalekites are not the real people of the book, guess what? because they're Amalekites. They're not a Yasha Arlah. The Amalek is part of Esau's family. That's illegal. They're going to make that illegal. You can't tell nobody that. You can't say that to anybody. But that's like 2 Maccabees 6:6. Let me prove it. Let me prove it. I got it right here in front of me. I forgot I got it right here in front of me. 2 Maccabees. Wow. The book. Now this book, it's opening up to every chapter and verse as I request. This tablet, it is trying its hardest to keep me from bringing out the word. This is controlled by the world. This book, it's just paper and there's a spirit on it. So let's get it. 2 Maccabees chapter 6 and verse 6. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feast days, or to profess himself at all to be a Jew. So they're making it illegal for us to tell our people who we are. Because after they did that, they made it illegal for us to call ourselves Jews. So what did they do after that? If you go to 1 Maccabees 4 and 48, wait. I forgot where it's at. I know it's in chapter 40. I mean, in verse 48, but in 1 Maccabees, maybe it's maybe 2 Maccabees 4 and 48. I don't want to. I gotta check it real quick. Don't worry, I'll find it. They opened up the book of the law and sought to paint the likeness of their own images with chapter and verse. 3 and 48. 1 Maccabees 3 and 48. I'm sorry about that, guys. I was there. You see, I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer to finding these verses every time. That's my thing right now. I want to be able to navigate this book better. But like I told you, they made it illegal for us to say that we're the Jews, and now they're doing it again to make laws, legislation against us, calling us ourselves Jews, right? And so the funny thing is back in the day when they first did this, this is why this is all coming to pass right now. And when you go to 1 Maccabees 3 and 48, and laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their own image. So they wanted to make it illegal for us to call ourselves the children of Yahweh, and then they put themselves in that place. They used supersessionism, which is also called replacement theology, to place themselves in our position. Now they're making laws against being able to teach who we really are. And it's always been that way. So, it's always been that way. They don't want us to be able to go back into the kingdom. So, when we go back over to 2nd Ezra, chapter 13, and and we're going to go back into 33 again, so we can get back into context. I went off a little bit, but I'm going to pull it back together and show you something. And when all the people heard this voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle they have, one against another. And this is 34. An innumerable multitude shall be gathered together, as thou sawest them, willing to come and to overcome him by fighting. So the point is that when I went into the Maccabees, all the way down to the foundation of our oppressor, they have made it illegal for us to be who we are. And what is that? What does that have to do with them fighting? Well, they put themselves in that position. Now all of that's crumbling beneath their feet. We're being delivered. So everybody's starting to see that Amalek is not an Israelite. Amalek is one of the children of Esau. Amalek is literally making laws to not let you even admit, or you can't even say that out loud without getting fines or going to jail. You've got to think about it. You've got to think about it. That's part of the fight right now. They're banding together to fight against us because all the other nations know who we are. Everybody knows that when we wake up, they're going into captivity. Everybody knows that, except for Israel. The Israelites are the only ones that don't understand that they have to come back to the laws. Everybody else knows it. They make laws against you keeping the laws. They come to fight against you. The Christians don't even teach the Bible anymore. I've yet to hear a Christian actually bring out a verse in the last 2 years without mentioning how Israel said this, but we're saying this, and this is what's right. They're all scared. They're banding together to fight against us. And other nations, oh, they know who we are. Everybody knows who we are. They're trying to take us down because we are going to be delivered. They don't want to see it. They're kicking, they're screaming, they're pulling at our heels right now because we're starting to rise back up. And they're being pulled right back down. They're being pulled down and we're being ascended. And they can see it. Their time is short. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's go over to the book of Acts. Let's go over to the book of Acts. Because in the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 13, it says that whom thou sawest as a man ascending, these are my notes from 5 years ago, whom thou sawest as a man ascending, how is he going to return? Let's get it. Let's get it. Acts chapter 2. I'm not going to use the tab unless I have to because I know that this book is working with me right to the page. I turn on the World Wide Web and all hell breaks loose. They're banding together to fight against us, even through our just trying to look something up on the internet. They do anything they can to what they like to do is change what you're saying, and when it changes what you say, it changes the outcome of what you're, it changes everything. So when you're looking for something, if it changes what you say, you're not going to get what you're looking for. All right, let's go to Acts chapter 2, starting in verse 9. Starting in verse 9, let's get this. Parthians and Medes and Elamites and the dwellers of Mesopotamia and in Judea and Cappadocia and Pontus and Asia and Phrygia and Pamphylia and in Egypt and in parts of Libya and about Cyrene and the strangers of Rome, Jews, and proselytes. Let me keep going. Cretes and Arabians, we do hear them speak in our tongue. The speckled bird, we have been scattered to the four. This fucking dog, man. Hold on. Sorry about that. It's about 110 degrees out here right now, and one of my dogs wanted to go outside, so she knocks over a big bowl of water in my workout room. So I don't really let her in. But anyway, back to the scriptures. Back to the scriptures. So let me read 11 again. Cretes and Arabians, do hear them speak in our tongues, and the wonderful works of Yahweh. And you know what, Dad? I'm going to stop right there, and I'm going to tell you guys. I'm going to give honors to IUIC also. Even though they have the Booster Club and they have to do it pridefully, they're still getting the word out to the children of Israel all over the world, all over the earth. But number one is GMS. Why? Because every time I turn on the TV, I just got some. I have an Italian class. I have a Great Britain. I have Germany. I have Virgin Islands. I have anywhere you can think of on earth. There's a GMS camp. The point is that Elder Apostle Tahar, Elder Apostle Gabar, Elder Apostle Uriam Lob did not travel the earth to start these camps. They used the internet, and knowledge shall be greatly increased. Okay? Let's get that. And knowledge shall be greatly increased. What chapter and verse? There it is. Daniel 12 and 4. And I want to read the Berean. I'm going to read the KJV, but I really, really have been impressed with the Berean Standard Bible. So let's get the KJV first. This is Daniel 12 and 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words of and seal the book, even until the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be greatly increased. We're at that time. It said, at the end, knowledge shall be greatly increased, right? I just told you that's how I'm able to, that's how we're doing all this. That's how Elder Apostle Tahar, Gabar, Uriam Lob were able to travel the world without leaving their, wherever they turn their camera on. I'm not going to say without leaving their couch, because they go out. They go out on the highways and the hedges. They preach to the wind. When they started preaching to the wind, I was still in high school riding a skateboard. Didn't even know about the Bible. I did, but not the way they're teaching it. And when I went to the church, I knew that there was something wrong even as a child. Most of the prophets stand out and don't fit in with anybody in worldliness. And I'm no exception to that. I always stood out. I've always been apart from all the other people, separated. But yet, I'm standing next to them like that, but spiritually and mentally, I'm separated from them. I always wonder, why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? Why are they going here? Why are they going there? Not even knowing the scriptures. Now I know the scriptures, I know who I am. And I'm one of them ones. I'm one of them ones that I am, that speak in our tongues the wonderful works of Yahweh. I'm one of them ones that are going to speak to you and show you the truth. And that way you can be released from this mental captivity. That's part of being delivered. You got to wake up before you can know that Yahweh's even coming to get you. You got to understand the truth. You got to learn. You got to study. You got to know these scriptures. You got to keep the laws to the best of your ability according to your knowledge. And in this place, you know that we're not going to be able to keep them 100%. But that's why he's going to get rid of the stony heart and replace it with a fleshly heart. Let's jump around some more. Let's go over to the book of Isaiah. Chapter, man, I love this Bible right now. I ain't even said the chapter yet, and the book opened right up to it. Chapter 47. And we're going to start it. We're going to get verse 3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet them as a man. So when Yahushua returns, you guys are naked. You're in deep sin. The wonderful works have been proclaimed, but you're more along the lines of 2 Maccabees 6 and 6. You want it to be illegal for us to be able to keep the laws and the high holy days and profess ourselves as Jews. You don't want to hear that. That's not part of your Christian feel-good message. That's not part of your wickedness, being able to do, I can do whatever I want. I can do what I want, go where I want, stay where I want, eat what I want, drink what I want. Want. All the worldly pleasures and desires of the flesh. And we deal with it. So let's deal with it again. Let's hear it one more time. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. We're going to see you. We're going to see all of your lies. Yea, thy shame shall be seen. We're going to know that you're lying, and you're going to know that you're lying. We're going to know that. Once you know that we understand that you're not telling the truth, it's very shameful for you because you're going to still try and produce it. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. Yahushua, and how is he going to meet us? Well, you know what? Let me get that. Since we are being delivered at this very moment, let's go to Matthew chapter 24. And it says... I will come as a great storm and a tempest. What chapter and verse? There it is. Oh my gosh, where is it? I just had it. I click on it. I hate this one. You will be visited by the Lord of hosts with thunders. What chapter and verse? I'm telling you guys, man, I get so frustrated. There it is. So he says, I'm not going to visit you like a man, right? So we go all the way back into where we started in Isaiah, right? Chapter, we didn't start in Isaiah chapter 29. But we're going to go back to, we started. I got mixed up. We started at 2nd Ezra 13 and verse 29. But Isaiah chapter 29, verse 6. Let's get it. Thou shalt be visited of Yahweh, the Lord of hosts, with thunder and with earthquakes and great noise, with storm and tempest and flame of devouring fire. That's why he keeps saying, I'm not coming as a man. I'm coming to destroy you. I'm coming as, what is he coming as? The Lord of hosts. Wait. What does he say though? What does it start with? You shall be visited. So what are you going to do? You're going to be visited by the Lord of hosts. How? Thunder, earthquakes, great noise. That great noise is the uproar of the people. You can look it up. It's the uproar of the people and all of the riots and all of the protests. And a whirlwind, tempest, and a flame of devouring fire. I brought that out to you guys in the first class. So, he's not going to visit us as a man. So what does that mean? Well, all those things are happening right now. So are we being visited? That's a question for you. Let's go on into... back into Esdras, chapter 13. What I got right here, I'm using these now, is this book loves me. The book loves me, and the internet hates me. Oh, I gotta let this dog in again. Now she's done being out, crying and breaking down my window. Sorry about that. I may get mad at my animals, but I truly love them. At 110 degrees, I don't want any of my dogs outside. It's too hot. They need to be in the air conditioner, just like us. I mean, they could survive. I don't know about Scout. He's got 2 types of fur. He's a snow dog. But anyway, I keep him in the house. Anyway, back to the scriptures. Let's go back over to 2nd Esdras chapter 13. And we're going to go to verse 33. And when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle they have one against another. So we've gone over that. We know that they're going to do everything they can to stop us from bringing out this truth. The Most High is not even coming as a man. He's coming as storms and earthquakes. I don't even know how they're going to fight against that. The only people that they can fight against is the prophets, because we're the only ones speaking. Yahweh's coming in with the wildfires. He's coming in with the world record of tempests in the last 2 years. In other words, there's been more tornadoes in the last 2 years than has ever been in history. That's a tempest. More earthquakes than there's ever been in history. Everything is happening on an elevated level. Because why? This is our deliverance. The deliverance isn't nice. It's not something that we're supposed to be just like coasting through so easily. No, it's nothing to do with that. It's travail. When a woman gives birth, she goes through a lot of pain. And then as the contractions happen, she dilates. Each time she dilates, she comes closer to delivering the baby. Right now, this is the coolest thing ever, but the head is crowning. We're starting to see Israel's crowning again. And pretty soon, the whole nation of Israel will be delivered in an instant. So I'm going to stop there for today. I'm actually pretty sick. And that's just part of the Sirach, chapter 2, verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the first adversity. I'm having an adverse time right now because I'm feeling under the weather. My cars are still broke down. Now I don't know if they're going to send that part. I want to go out on the highways and hedges. I don't care how sick I get. I'll be out there to teach the word when I can get out there. But being stuck, I'm about ready to go just teach a class outside under one of my own trees. But I want to. The point of being outside is so the people of Israel can hear you, and so the heathens can hear their judgment coming. That's the point. I'm going to end this right here because I'm going to go lay back down. My voice is completely shot. I'm glad to bring out the word. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Kwakadash. I don't care about anything. I'll be producing this word until he comes and gets me. That's all there is to it. Until he stops my mouth from moving, I will be teaching this Bible. And let me get my favorite verse. Last month is over, so I'm going to read this one last time to remind you guys. This is Revelation chapter 22 and 7. Behold, I come quickly. Blessed is he that keepeth the sayings of the prophecy of this book. The people that are studying sincerely, that are trying to keep their, how would you say, apply what they learned in their life to move forward in the kingdom, to be, to fill their lamps with oil, to light their path. Blessed are you. And I got another one for you guys that are lighting your path. Behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me. Stand strong. Depart not away in time of trouble. Cleave unto him, and at last end joy shall rise. Okay? Okay? So, behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give every man according to his work shall be. Stand strong. Don't give up. Don't stop fighting. We have a spiritual war that we're fighting. Whether you're sick, whether your car is broke down, whether they're trying to take your whole ass house away, the only thing that should matter to you is this word and bringing out doctrine correctly, 100% true. With that being said, if you got eyes to see spiritual, ears to hear, spiritual, I go and pray you got something out of this message. Shalom.